guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and today I'm going to briefly give you 10 amazing options for Christmas Day and Christmas Eve fragrances. I'm not going to go too into depth on this because there's 10 of them and that's going to be a really long video. I've done videos on most of them. There are a few that I haven't, and I will probably start with those, but without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to start off with a very affordable niche fragrance that I don't hear too much talk about, but spoiler alert, I do really enjoy it, and it's going to be Mancera's Oud Vanille. So this fragrance actually reminds me a lot of Shag Off Oud by Swiss Arabian. I think it's a little bit darker, but you do get that oud and it smells really good, and you get that vanilla, and I feel like it brightens it up a little, but it's a nice dark fragrance and it's really beast mode. I'm gonna do a full video on that, but another spoiler alert, out of all the Manceras that I have, and I think I have seven now, this is gonna be closer to the top of the list. I really enjoy it, and it's really strong, and you don't go nose blind to it. And although, yeah, it does border on gourmand because of that vanilla note, it's really good, and I enjoy it a lot more than you would think I would enjoy something in this category. But I think because of the oud in here, it doesn't come off as too sweet. And again, if you haven't smelled it, I would get my nose on it. Next. So this is another one that I haven't talked about yet, but I will talk about it eventually, pretty soon, hopefully. It gets a lot of hate, but you guys know I don't care. And it's going to be Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy. I know a lot of people hate this bottle, but I don't care. Again, it's just a bottle. It doesn't matter. I'm not wearing it out or anything, but it's got like a lot of freshness to it while also having a nice chocolatey note, which I really like. It's really good. It's not a projection monster. I'll do the whole video on it, but I think it smells really good. It's a nice cozy scent. It's very inviting, and that chocolatey freshness is kind of perfect for Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. This is one of my brother-in-law's favorite. I gave him a bottle really, I think right after it came out, because I wanted him to wear it for his wedding. I wanted them to have like cute little wedding set. So he got this one. I got my sister Good Girl. It was very adorable. Next. So you guys have probably already heard about this. Not on my channel though. And I'm going to do a whole video on it because this one blew me out of the water, and it's going to be Mercedes-Benz Club Black. And as you guys probably already know, this one is well, hold on. It may not be discontinued because there's new batches, but it's not produced often, so it's harder to find. I did grab a tester. I am going to go grab another bottle just because this is one that once it runs out, I'm going to want to have a backup of. So whenever it's available, I think it might still be available on fragrance by now. I'm going to link it if I can. But this is just a nice resinous vanilla. It's a little powdery, but the good powdery. I don't like every powdery scent, but this is good. I think it's like a darker vanilla, so if you're not super duper into vanilla, you're really gonna like it. I feel like the sillage on this is amazing. Again, I'll do a whole video on it, but it's a compliment getter, and it's a nice fall winter fragrance. If you haven't picked this up, even before my video, pick it up. Trust me, you're not gonna regret it. Next. I've talked about this, but I haven't done a video on it, and I really should, but I will. And it's going to be Prada L'Homme Intense. And yeah, it's got iris, but it's upscale, but it's also really inviting, and it's a compliment beast. I'll just tell you that. If you want to smell, like if you're going to a significant other's, family's Christmas or anything like that, I would definitely grab for this, because this smells really upper class. It really shows that you're a really clean cut individual with goals and ambitions, and I mean, yeah, that's a lot for a scent to say, but I smell it here. It smells so good. I really like it a lot. You obviously have to like iris to like this. It's a little bit of a makey iris, but it's also pretty clean. It's just a really enjoyable scent. I like it a lot, and again, I get compliments like crazy when I wear this because the sillage on it is pretty good. Next. All right. This is going to be one that's really obvious, so I'm not even going to talk too much about it, but it's going to be Parfums de Marly. Layton. It has apple and it has cardamom, and I feel like that Although you could wear this year round, that's super perfect for Christmas. If you guys have watched my video on this, I do have a new batch, and the only knock I have on this is the performance. The newer batches, let me back up. My batch does not have good performance. It's okay, but I would have liked a little more longevity out of something that's supposed to be niche, and that the original, or that the older batches had beast mode performance off of. I haven't had really good luck. Every time someone says something has beast mode performance, I'll pick it up and it'll have been very recently reformulated, and I do not get beast mode performance. Next. This next one I did a video on recently, and it's kind of a perfect cozy fragrance. It's going to be Dolce & Gabbana The One Intense. This one projects better than I feel like a lot of people know, so don't overspray this, but it's got that cashmere note, and I feel like when you have that, it's a very cozy winter fragrance. Kind of perfect for Christmas, and it's got sweetness to it. It's very inviting, and it lingers in the air for a really long time, so I feel like that's a really good one to wear on Christmas. You're gonna get compliments. You're gonna get noticed if you're trying to get noticed. I don't know if anyone's really going to Christmas parties anymore, so I don't know if you care to get noticed, but your family will think you smell great. Next. This next one, I don't know if you would have expected to see in here, but to me it smells like straight up chocolate mint. It's patchouli, and I feel like patchouli a lot of times does smell like that, and it's going to be Mugler's Iceman. And you guys already know, I've done the video on this. I really love it. It's like a really addicting fragrance, and if you haven't smelled this, you should. It's discontinued, of course, because, you know, everything good gets discontinued, so we already knew that was gonna happen. But I feel like if you don't have it, you should get it before you can't anymore. Next. This is one of the best fragrances of all time in the designer realm for me, and it's going to be Armani Code Absolute. It's apple, it's tonka, it's perfect. Everyone's going to love this. Really good performance, really good scent. Every time I smell this, I want to wear it. It's like really good. I think most of you already know about it. If you don't, watch my video or watch anybody's video. Whoever you trust, watch their video. It's a good fragrance, and I would pick it up now because it's the perfect time of year to wear it. Next. So these last two fragrances are, I'm between which one I'm going to wear Christmas Day and Christmas Eve because I like them both a lot. But let's start with this one. It's going to be Viktor & Rolf's Spice Bomb Extreme. And if you've ever watched this channel, to me, this fragrance smells like Christmas. It's spicy, but it's also got a nice warm vanilla in here and some tobacco, and oh, it just smells so good. It just smells like relaxing, getting cozy. It's inviting. It's just a really good fragrance. It's probably one of the most perfect fragrances out there. Like, I don't know whose idea it was to, you know, come up with something like this, but they were really onto something. I think this is what Spice Bomb needed. It just needed that elevation. It's so classy, and just, I feel like it's seductive. It is seductive. You know, it is very seductive to me. I like it a lot. I mean, obviously, I think this has made everyone's Christmas Day list, so I'm not going to go into depth, but it's a really good one. Next. All right, so this is one from an indie house, and I like it a lot. I've already done a video on it, and I will link him down below. If he has any sales or anything for Christmas time, I will link those down below as well. And it's going to be Kirk Elliott Quintessential. I really like this fragrance. It is buttered rum and pine. That's what you're gonna get the most of, and it smells so good. If you like either of those, or probably both of those, like, it's so perfect because it's not an overly sweet fragrance, and you guys already know how I feel about that. Yeah, he did a really good job with this. I mean, I like his other fragrances as well. I got another bottle of the Unconditional, which is the Firewood Tangerine scent, and that's really good. But for Christmas, this is perfect for me. I like it a lot. I think it's such a good fragrance, and it's an indie house, so he uses natural scent versus the synthetics, and you're gonna notice it in the quality of his stuff. I really like it, and he's coming up with a lot of new stuff, and so far I've enjoyed everything that I've gotten from that house, so I'm really excited to see what else he comes up with. Sometimes when it comes to indie and niche, once I find a house that I really like, I stick with that because it's indie, but you guys already know I'm not into stuff that's so artistic that I can't enjoy it. I like it to be different, but really good for the masses because I am part of the masses. So this is really, one of these is going to be Christmas Eve. One of these is going to be Christmas Day. I like them both a lot, and these are the two that I've narrowed it down to for me. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!